Hello, fellow YouTubers, and welcome back to Super Mario Sunshine. On the last episode, we headed off to Delfino Airstrip after we got a couple coins here so that we could get the 100 coin shine completed. And then we got the last blue coin in, well, I almost said the game, but in Delfino Plaza and any level that we have been to so far. So now, when we look at our stats, we are sitting nice and pretty with all the shine sprites in the previous 7 levels, including the 100 coin shine. We have the 15 shine sprites in Delfino Plaza, 2 in Delfino Airstrip, and the 100 coin shine in Delfino Plaza. The number is a little different just because I grabbed a couple extra coins after the end of the episode, and they counted towards it after I saved it. So, wah. But on this episode, we are finally going to be entering Corona Mountain, which is right behind. I really should have positioned myself over there. I guess I'd like to start my... Well, I couldn't really have done that if I wanted to show off the opening cutscene that we haven't seen. That one starts appearing after you enter Corona Mountain for the first time. That's pretty much like the finale cutscene. Shows that everything is nice. Everything is wonderful. The entire place is sunny again. Although the bells do not play in that cutscene, and the shine sprite in the Shrine Gate isn't dirty unless you clean them off. It'd be dirty if you didn't clean it off. But we spent about a minute and a half talking about this. Let's finally enter this area. I'll slide inside too. Welcome to Corona Mountain. As you see, the entire floor is lava, so let's play that elementary school game that everyone played at least once. The floor is lava, because it's literally true. There's also these spikes right here. These are instant death. If you fall into it, you will immediately die. There's also platforms like this one right here that's completely covered in fire. I think you'll just burn yourself if you land in it, but if you use the hover nozzle and extinguish it, then you'll be just fine. You also see like this weird cheap that can apparently survive in lava. Quickly get over here and disappear. And here is the first of the 10 blue coins inside Corona Mountain. I'm not going to be saving it. So the main goal, the main part of this episode is simply, and this is going to be the only goal for this episode, is to collect the 10 blue coins. That's going to be the only thing that I'm going to be worrying about this episode. We are not going to be fighting the final boss in this episode. No, we will not. I've stated countless times before that episode 35 would be the finale of Super Mario Sunshine. And if, for the unaware, for people that cannot read numbers, this is episode 34, so don't get your hopes up. We're only getting the blue coins. And to show off Corona Mountain, since, for simplicity's sake, I will probably be starting the next episode, the finale episode, pretty close to where we can actually get to the final boss, just because, well, that part I just did right there is simple enough. This is only like a fourth of what we have to do. The other half, I mean half, because this one's the most problematic part, is to take this boat that can survive in lava for some reason and push it all the way over to, you can see those clouds over there. We need to push it over there. And to do this, I mean, we've done the boat once before. It did not work well for us. We just simply need to push it forward with our turbo nozzle, or rocket squirt nozzle, our flood. We'll just do that. So at least the boat mechanics for this one's a little bit simpler. Just push behind you to go forward. If you feel like you're not turning correctly, push this way to turn left, push this way to turn right. It doesn't seem like that would be how a boat works. And trust me, being from Minnesota, there are a lot of boats here, especially now since this thing is not cooperating. Yeah, that's more like it right there. Also, one thing you have to worry about, do not run into any poles. This boat has 1 HP technically. If it gets hit by anything, it will decide it no longer wants to float, and it will go straight into the lava, and that can be very problematic. Mario, you're stuck. Okay, that can be very problematic if you're not even close, because the lava, like I think lava's 1 hit. I don't think I mentioned that before, but it's 1 hit. Like other Mario games where it's multiple hits, or you at least burn your butt and then you go flying into the air. so you have at least a chance to correct yourself. Or like the Tabasco sauce from Pianta Village, I guess, takes that place. But if you can see, we can already see some more blue coins over here. We've actually navigated through the tough part of the boat. This episode might be ranging from anywhere between 10 minutes to 20 minutes, depending on how long this takes us. Because the last remaining 9 blue coins are right around this. You can see that there's well, you can see 3 right there. There's a lot more. There's a couple more over here. We need to use the boat to get all these blue coins. Luckily, they have all these fountain or like sprinkler systems over here in the Corona Mountain for some reason. And we can use my whoa. My Mario's getting stuck. What's wrong with my controller? For some reason, he just does not want to squirt his nozzle from Flood. This is PG, remember that. Also, when did I get... Oh, no, I started with 9 lives, and I've grabbed 2 so far in Corona Mountain, thank God. Thank God there's at least 2 very easy one-ups you can get in this area. Let me push back a little bit. I don't trust myself to go around that pole that way. It's a lot simpler to go that way. I also need to be careful that I don't run into anything behind me. Also, Mario's getting a little stuck on the edges of this boat. I've got to be very careful that I don't make him walk off the boat. That'd probably be the last thing he'd like to do in his lifetime. Of course, it would be the last thing he'd do in his lifetime if he did walk off the boat. No. You need to turn the other way. Turn the other way, Mario. Yeah, there we go. Just get through this section right here without hitting the wall. The thing that's gonna suck is that if I end up, like if the boat ends up sinking, I can make it to this land right here. And that's where we basically need to go for the final boss. But if I don't get every blue coin, I'm gonna either have to go over there and just leave the level, or I'm gonna have to kill myself. I think leaving the level would probably be, well, it wouldn't be quicker, but I would save the lives. Whoa! I mean, I want to try and make this a failless episode. Although if I do end up having to return, this will not be a failless episode. We're so close to the end. I just want one last non-fail episode of Super Mario Sunshine, just so I can show that I am at least pretty decent at this game. Again, people can make their own opinions about how I feel, how I am at this game, just by watching the past 33 episodes. Yeah, I've kept the fail counter, but how many of you have kept the fail counter of how many times you've died in this game? Maybe I'm beating you by a lot. Who knows? I'm also kind of nervous right now, just because not only is this mission very tough to do, at least get the blue coins, but today is Monday, and I leave for PAX on Thursday. It's 3 days away at least. The PAX counter probably gonna say 4 because it should count up to, I think, when PAX is, not the Thursday I'm leaving for PAX. I'm getting so excited. This is gonna be my first time ever seeing the ocean, which is kind of weird because I've been to Orlando, but that's I mean, I couldn't really see out the plane window when I headed to not Orlando. I almost said Atlanta. I've never been to Atlanta. Just because it was like midnight when I arrived in Orlando. Also, this was 11 years ago, so my memory of it is pretty foggy at best. Actually, you know what? Surprisingly, I have a very good memory when it comes to random stuff. I think I mentioned before that I knew the 50 state capitals and all the presidents' stuff, like when I was in 4th grade, just because I felt like maybe memorizing them would be helpful. Like, well, it's especially helpful with the state capitals because I knew geography. It was helpful with presidents because I knew history. But I know a lot of random facts too. And I also seem to have a very good memory when it comes to remembering stuff I did. Like, for example, I say that this is hazy, but I think we got there around midnight in Orlando. It was like the spring break we had in 2003. See, I bet some people could probably not even remember what they did in 2003. It was also a Friday when we left. We left like that Friday, so we got to miss like half a day of school. It was awesome, especially when you're 12. So that was 11 at the time. I wasn't 12 yet. Oop. Yeah, and it was in the middle of Lent too, so we couldn't have any meat, which was kind of sucked because it kind of limited to what we could have for lunch, and I don't even think we had dinner until we arrived in Orlando. Luckily, by the time we arrived in Orlando, it was Saturday, so we stopped at a McDonald's and got food. See, I bet none of you could probably remember what you did spring break 2003. Take that. My memory is good sometimes, just the most random things ever. Yeah, I've never seen the ocean before. I've seen many lakes. I've seen water all the time. I've seen water right now. I could just look outside the window and I could see a puddle of melted snow by the end of my driveway. Because thank God it's finally heating up. It sucks because we got like an extra 2 inches of snow that absolutely no one wanted. Oh, good God. I have one more blue coin. Where is it? It's right there. You know what's gonna suck? I'm going to leave the level anyway, but I'm not gonna count it as a fail if I end up getting all the blue coins, just because I want to keep the getting a shine sprite at least one per episode, because that's the new goal now since we're getting so close to the end. I mean, I only kept the 3 shine sprite episode basically rule just because that carried over from Super Mario Galaxy, and it was a pretty decent number up until we started doing the Delfino Plaza shines. Wow, I am actually amazed. I did that without failing at all, and we now have every single blue coin in the game. So let's not save and continue. Let's just simply continue. What we're gonna do is we're gonna get right here. This is where the rest of the level would be. Oh, and the boat just sank because I think we either crashed into the wall or it just sank because we weren't on it anymore. Now you see there's a rocket nozzle right there. We're just going to ignore that and we're going to exit the area. I hope I keep all these blue coins. Otherwise I'll be very mad. Please show me my blue coins. Yes, I got them all. Okay, so what we're going to be doing now, since we want to keep this one shine sprite per episode rule that we now have in effect, is that we're going to finally turn in all these blue coins. We now have every single one of them. And if I had a counter, like keeping track of how close to a percentage of completed I was, this number would jump tremendously right now, just because of how many shine sprites I am about to collect. We now have 119 shine sprites. And yes, we are going to save and continue this. Mario C, you have not let me down at all. There might have been one episode where I think I accidentally played as Mario B, my backup file, just because I was trying to. I think that was I think it might have been either Rico Harbor or Gelato Beach, where I was just trying to practice and try and figure out where all the blue coins were and what would be the best level for the 100 coin mission. I don't think I switched files and did Mario B, so Mario B had a special cameo in one of those episodes. But we now have every single shine sprite in the game. Every single blue coin has been turned in, and we are only missing one more shine sprite, and that is what we get in Corona Mountain for beating the final boss. So we're gonna call it an episode right now. We've gotten way more shine sprite in this episode than we have in any other episode of Super Mario Sunshine. In fact, if we would have tried to space it out, this would have taken 8 episodes of shine sprites. Anyway, on the final episode of Super Mario Sunshine, we're gonna be heading back into Corona Mountain. We're gonna probably start at the bottom of where the rocket nozzle was at, and we are going to find Bowser Jr. and rescue Peach. So until next time, hopefully you enjoy. This is in my top 5 video games of all time. In fact, on the screen right now, there should be a list showing what number Metroid Prime 2 is on that list. All the other ones are going to be hidden because on this show, on Watch Me Fail, I eventually hope to play all of them. But for right now, I'm going to be playing this game because it's been almost 5 months since I played Metroid Prime 1. At least since it wrapped up. I think it wrapped up in December, and it's April.